Hello everyone, I'm David Naldo and I'm here at my first Zoho Day. And I'm here with
Ramprakash Ramamoorthy. You can call me Ram. I know that's difficult.
Ram. I appreciate that. And I just listened to a great presentation about what you're doing with AI for Zoho. I wish I could have recorded it and just shared the whole thing with you, but there was some NDA stuff in there. But what can we tell people? Every company's adding AI, right. But you have a strategy for how you're implementing it. What can we share?
Right, David. So today we announced the launch of our agentic platform where you can build agents, and also we re-emphasized a lot of what we have been doing over the last 10-12 years. So we call our AI assistant as Zia, and the uniqueness when it comes to Zoho and AI is two things. One is our infrastructure, and two is our models. So when I joined the company in 2011, I thought it's such a crazy idea to build your own data centers. Right? Why not run it on AWS? Why not run it on GCP and so on? And today, if you look back and connect the dots, we are no longer a reseller of compute. We're not a reseller of AI, which most other SaaS vendors are.
Yeah.
Right. So they license stuff from others. They license compute. They license AI, and eventually the value is passed on to the customers. But we are playing the long game here. We've been talking about right sizing our AI models, where have narrow models, have small models, have medium language models, have larger language models, and don't throw everything onto larger language models. Right? So combine this right sizing model strategy with our long infrastructure game, and the platform, the underpinnings that we have, makes us at a very, very unique position, brings us to a very unique position where combining models, infrastructure, and the tools in the platform, which is a very comprehensive platform, by the way, right? From everything from the employee lifecycle to the customer lifecycle is captured in Zoho system. That's why we likely call it the operating system of business. Now, this structured information combined with right-sized models, combined with hardware that we own and not rent, brings insane value to the customers. So this is what we announced today.
Now, and you mentioned, not just using large language models. We always think of, I play with ChatGPT, right. DeepSeek,
right?
And it answers all my questions. It has a very big general knowledge base, but everyone's getting excited about custom agents,
right?
Making your own agents.
Right.
And if your own agent, instead of just knowing all the stuff on the internet, knows the stuff about your company, it's going to be able to give better answers.
Right.
And one thing that blew me away in the demo, I was thinking, I'm not a coder, I'm not a programmer, I can't make my own agent. How am I going to I wanted to hire people who are really smart to code and make their own agents. But the way you make your own agent is Zia helps you make it.
Right.
It was like, imagine if you're talking to ChatGPT and saying, hey, ChatGPT, make this thing for me. That's what Zia does. Zia is, I don't want to say it's your ChatGPT, but they're all, it's DeepSeek, ChatGPT, Copilot, Zia is Zoho's. And you had to see this demo. It was amazing. You talked to Zia and you said, Zia, I want to make an AI agent that does this.
Right.
And it popped up.
Right.
And it was specific to the needs for the demo.
Right. So at Zoho, we think agents are the new apps, and so we have low-code, no-code app creation platform, and then we have apps. So last year we spoke about using large language models to build your own apps on the low-code platform, where you just run a couple of prompts and then you get an app. Now apply the same thing to agents. So Zoho has pre-built agents called Ask Zia, which you can include. Now you want a custom agent, there is a low-code, no-code platform. You can also create those custom agents with prompts, and which again, there is a bunch of models underneath, the prompt goes into it, and it's connected to the platform per se. So let's say you're trying to create a new travel portal where you have to pull all your permissions from Zoho people, your HRMS system, and then who approves who. So you talk to Zoho directory, the directory management thing, and let's say you want to go to Dubai to meet customers, and can you give me top 3 customers whom I have to meet in Dubai, right? So and it goes to your CRM, picks 3 customers, and you can say, are there any customer escalations that have happened? Now that I am being there, I can go visit them, find out recent customer escalations from Zoho Desk. Now, all of this is driven by a prompt. Create me a travel agent that can help my sales folks, that can help my managerial folks plan this business trip, so that they go meet prospects, they go meet angry customers, they go meet happy customers, and all of this is planned just with a few prompts. So I think with this whole agents thing, it's bringing LLMs much closer to enterprise software. If you think about it, LLMs are really good with semi-structured stuff. Things like images, things like videos, where you can get transcripts and make summaries out of it. And the enterprise has a lot of structured information.
Yeah.
Agents help marry the semi-structured capabilities with the structured ground truth that you have in the enterprise, and that makes LLM generative AI super impactful in the enterprise world, and that is what we're moving towards as a company.
Nice. I feel like there's two parts of that are so powerful. We could have just talked about one and it would have been enough. First of all, just the fact that the agents are so specific and so knowledgeable because they can get into Zoho. It's not just, make an agent that can, give a good idea for a travel plan for my clients. It goes into your CRM and knows who your best clients are, who to meet with in Dubai, like you said. That alone is a conversation. But then the second conversation is how you made that. And I know I'm kind of repeating myself, but I'm so caught up in, I never learned how to program, and I feel like I'm limited. But now I've been using AI chatbots to help me learn a little Python, a little C++. That's a step, but to have an agent, an AI make another AI for you, and that's what I saw in that demo, and that's what we're talking about. That's amazing to me because it just makes it so simple. I need an agent that will, like you said, take care of this and that. And then it wasn't, it wasn't like the demo was, and then a week later it came back. You did it live in the demo. The agent was there.
Very much. I think the whole democratization of technology has been accelerated because of AI, and we strongly believe programming is going to become insanely productive, especially creating these bridge apps. I mean, you have a CRM system, you have a help desk system, you have a HRMS portal, and the way these technologies evolved, we had vendors working with departments. And just because these vendors' tools don't talk to each other, these departments don't talk to each other. Now, can you fill that gap? Can you fill that interdepartmental digital divide by using tools like these? And that is where your low-code, no-code comes in. That is where agents come in. And when you can create as you want, and that democratizes the whole process. You don't have to hire a developer to build your agents for you, or you don't have to just operate on Zoho's pre-built agents, which are comprehensive, by the way. But this gives you the flexibility to customize it to your enterprise, to your organization.
And that ties into something else I learned in today, another presentation, and maybe I'll talk about this in another video, but Zoho, I think of it as having all of these apps. Yeah. And Zoho is transforming into a platform company, as a lot of companies do. So instead of thinking, I want to buy this app and this app and this app, you think, I want Zoho to solve this problem for me, and you'll get a bundle of apps. And that ties into the AI discussion because we're not just talking about having an AI to help me with this one Zoho app or this one Zoho app. It's for the whole Zoho platform. So if I'm using 6 or 7 or 10 or 20 apps, the AI will know what's going on in all of them, which makes it so much more powerful than just a meeting somewhere.
Right. Yeah. Amazing. So this is what we call contextual intelligence, right? Where you have all of these in your system. Now you go to a vacation and come back. You have about 100 emails, and today you can ask an agent and say, hey, what are the important things that happened during my vacation? And the term important is very contextual, depending on your designation, depending on the role you do. I mean, for instance, I'm copied in, I'm not actively involved directly with customers, but I'm copied into customer support emails. There could be escalations that could have happened, but as somebody who works on AI research, it does not directly impact me. But my boss emails me a paper about the latest innovation that has happened in a new lab in AI.
That's important.
That's important to me. I don't want to miss that. And so that context is tied to you. And the important piece here is the privacy angle as well. Right? So all of these underpinnings we have built on top of Zoho Search. And the search platform is now RAG enabled. And this comes with privacy underpinnings. If you think about it, I cannot search through my colleague's inbox.
Right.
I cannot go ask questions on, let's say, my teammate's salary, his performance, his HR appraisals. I cannot do that.
Yeah.
Whatever information is searchable to me, and then I can set my agent's permission to that. Nothing more, nothing less. I mean, of course, you can do less, but nothing beyond that. So, since this whole thing is built on the stronger privacy underpinnings of search, that makes your individual boundaries, that makes your org boundaries really clear. So your data is your data, and it's never used to train somebody else's model.
Yeah, there's a big concern. Everyone's like, don't use my data to train. I think I have a hot take on this. I want you to use my data because I want it to be good for me, but that's a different story. But yeah, generally we want to keep our stuff private, but that also ties into something else. The reason I'm so excited about these AI models for companies like Zoho is because it is tied to everything in the app. ChatGPT is great and all the others are great, but if I want them to help me, I have to have 2 screens on my desktop and have the AI in one and my work in the other, and cut and paste. This is what I'm working on, help me. This is what I'm working on, help me. Zoho's AI knows what's happening in Zoho. So as I'm working, I could just say to the AI, hey, help me with this, and it'll know what I'm doing.
Yeah. You don't have to copy paste the context into it.
Yeah.
And we saw this, right? I mean, 2018 when GDPR came, we saw that a lot of our customers were copy pasting sensitive enterprise information into translation engines, into tools that would help you correct grammar, especially where English is not the first language. Now, you don't know what sensitive information a customer has sent you, and then you go copy paste that into a tool that is built for the consumer. Yeah. Or you have a browser extension that reads everything that you do and offers grammar suggestions. Now build that within the enterprise software's editor. It solves so much of a privacy headache. Now, from 2018, we have progressed to agents where, now think about it. You rightly said, yes, use my data and give me insights, but I'll give you an example. Let's say you're an insurance company and you use Zoho CRM. You use Zoho CRM's best time to contact AI, and you've been using it for 3 years. I'm your competitor. I get on board Zoho CRM. If Zoho were to look up your information and recommend best time to contact my customer, that's technically stealing your data and selling it to me.
Yeah.
And you don't want that to happen.
Yeah, that's fair.
And let's say we are colleagues and we have to find a mutual spot, time in our calendars for us to meet. And my calendar is my private information, yours is yours. Just find the mutual spot, but don't tell me what David is doing 9 a.m. on a Friday morning.
Right. Let me know. You can know that I'm available on Wednesday, but you can't know why I'm not available on Tuesday.
Right. So these privacy boundaries, it's good if they come baked into the AI, because this AI, when it's leashed upon stuff, it's very difficult to see what it learns, what it does not, how to make it forget. So you better have those privacy underpinnings right from the first layer of your AI stack. That really helps.
Yeah, the AI, and I've said this a lot about AI models, the large language.
Yeah.
They want to make you happy, so they'll do whatever you ask them to do. So if I type to my AI, I type to ChatGPT, please forget that I told you that, I like Van Halen. It'll say, okay, I forgot that I like Van Halen. But then if I say, hey, what did I tell you to forget? It's going to say, I forgot that you like Van Halen, right?
That's a great example.
Is that exactly what it would do? Because it wants to make you happy, so you could tell it to forget stuff.
Yeah. And
it's not going to forget it.
Things like GDPR have this right to forget. So let's say if your customer wants all data erased out of your system, it has to erase it. And now this is when
the law.
This is when LLM and agents make a good deal, because your agents are able to talk to the structured information, structured database, and once the customer has invoked the data deletion policy, it's removed from the database, so your agents know nothing about you.
Right, so with this setup, we know exactly what data, and we can access the data separately and pull it away from the AI.
There is an audit trail, there is a...
so you know what your AI knows, as opposed to with the other AIs, who knows what they know.
And in case you want to audit, you can always go check, what all records has this accessed? Why is it this way? Which is not possible in an LLM.
No.
But combine that with agents, that's why agents are the bridge between the enterprise and LLMs. I know, we're all insanely productive with LLMs.
Yeah.
We all use it on a day-to-day basis. It's a given now, it's as good as a search engine. But how much of it is done at work? Do your LLMs talk to your enterprise systems? No. Mm-hmm. And I read an economist survey that said 87% of employees who use AI don't want their employers to know that they are using AI.
Yeah.
You don't want this productivity gap to be missed. I mean, it's an insane productivity tool. So help your customers, help your employees use AI right within your enterprise stack.
So I think we can wrap it up by, I was thinking, first, why do we need agents? I just asked my LLM, it knows everything. But the agents, it's not just that they give you the more specific contextual, you get control.
Right.
That's powerful.
Right.
All right, anything else we should tell our viewers before we wrap it up?
Yeah, I think just summarizing, I would say agents are that gap between LLMs and enterprise. Your privacy is more important. Playing the long game in this is more important, because there is a method to the madness, right? I mean, every week there is some groundbreaking updates, and I thought, okay, it ends with LLMs. Oh, it ends with image creation. It ends with agents. No, it just keeps on going.
Keeps on going.
So it's an important.
A year from now, we're going to look back at this and say, "Oh, we were so naive. We didn't know all this stuff."
Right. So I think it's important for companies. This is a part of digital transformation, right? We're still doing digital transformation, and AI is just one part of it. Just the same way mobile apps took over us. So I would draw a parallel to that. It's going to be important for businesses to help their customers, to help their employees to use the best in breed technology, and AI is here to say so. So don't shy away from AI.
No.
Use the right AI tools. I think that would be
don't be afraid. We can control it.
Absolutely.
All right, thank you. That was awesome.
Thank you, David. Wonderful talking to you.
And thank you everyone for watching.
Thank you.